America is sick. Hi there, crypto fans. Dick Allgire here, back in beautiful Hawaii after a 2.5-week visit to Seoul, South Korea. Americans never pronounce that right. Seoul. It's Seoul, South Korea. And I'm processing what I saw and experienced there, and the way you look at America when you're in another country. When we were driving around Seoul, we had a cab driver who was an older gentleman, and he noted that I was from America, and he told us the story of when he was a young child. His family was extremely poor, very poor, so poor that they couldn't afford clothing. And so he said that some Americans donated clothing to Goodwill, and it got to his family, and he had these American clothes that, while being secondhand, were like really, for his time, stylish, well-made, durable, just like, wow, look at these clothes that I got from America. And he said he wore them for years. So his perception as a child back then of America was that Americans were wealthy, generous, kind, smart, like the pinnacle of civilization. And what I saw in 2024, spending 2 weeks in Seoul, Korea, it's the stark realization that America is sick in many ways, not just physically and health-wise sick, but there's a sickness, there's a rot in America. When you're in South Korea and you see the cleanliness, the orderliness, the vibrancy of the people, you don't see people with tattoos, you don't see homeless people, you don't see tents and blue tarps on the street, you don't see graffiti, you don't see people with tattoos and nose rings and blue hair. The people are healthy, slender, going about their business, very focused, very intelligent, and technologically, I think Seoul, it's certainly more advanced than Hawaii. Hawaii is a unique place. You know, one of the great things about traveling is coming home to Hawaii. You can't beat that. But America, when you observe it from abroad, you can see the rot. You know, if you look at New York, Philadelphia, Chicago, Seattle, Los Angeles, San Francisco, and a number of other cities, and just the general demeanor and appearance of Americans these days is very, very sad. Now we're in this political season. I'm trying not to watch it, but it's like watching it like, wow, this train wreck. It is a dark, grotesque reality TV show, a comedy of the absurd. And unfortunately, America has been so cleaved down the middle, so divided, that this election is not going to solve that. What's going to unite America ultimately is what the controllers, the administrators have in mind, is something that is events that will be absolutely horrendous, that will bring about the reunification, the great rebuild, the great reset. It's going to be hard times. So what does that mean for you? My advice would be, man, don't argue over politics. Don't eat the food that they're trying to give you. One of my relatives, when we were there, was drinking a Coca-Cola, and we looked, and they're diabetic because they eat American food, and they note the grams of sugar. Coke in Korea has half the sugar of Coke in America. Why is that? The food is different. Anyway, getting back off track, what can you do? We're in an economic transition where everything is being transformed, but fundamentally the transition to a new financial system that is going to be digital, it's going to be cryptocurrency. And fortunately, I'm comfortable because I took everything out of the stock market, everything out of my 401k, everything that I could out of the legacy system, and put it into cryptocurrency. So when we see 20% inflation, it just doesn't affect me at all, because I had a 600% increase in my net worth thanks to cryptocurrency. So we give good information at futureforecastinggroup.com about the stock market, about the US dollar, about cryptocurrencies, and which ones are getting ready to have a gigantic bull run. And we also talk about history and where humanity came from and how we got here and who's directing it. And we also do very interesting remote viewing work. Just while I was in Korea, and this is a reason I've been like out of sorts, because they gave me a blind target, just a target ID, letters and numbers, no other information. And what I remote viewed was Sean Combs, and that session is publishing, I believe, this week. It was the most difficult. What I saw in that one was really not good, and not good for my mental health. So that's coming out Friday. But Seoul, Korea, amazing place. Asia is just incredible. Every part of Asia that I've ever been to is amazing. I've been to Vietnam, Thailand, South Korea, Cambodia. If you get a chance to go to Asia, it's amazing. Amazing part of the world. Okay, that's my decompression segment. America, there's a rot in America, unfortunately. It hurts me to say that, but events are coming that are going to change everything.